Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Roberta Robbins and today I'm going to be doing your September 2020 intuitive forecast for you. This is a collective reading for those that either it's going to resonate with you or it's not. Trust in yourself when you start watching this. If it's resonating for you, wonderful, great. If it's not, then maybe another one at another time will be what you're supposed to be receiving for some messages. So there is some other videos on my channel. You can always check those out. Thank you for everybody that subscribes to my channel and supports me in my work. The readings itself, it's something that I just love to do. I play with my cards a lot. I work with a lot of divination tools and things in my life. I bring these out when I do events, retreats. So from tarot cards to various oracle cards to other divination tools, I always find helpful when we're just wanting some extra support and guidance throughout our day, throughout our week, throughout our month, throughout our year, whatever it might be. So this month, I've also been offering personal private readings. So you can find more out about those at robertarobbins.com/event. I'm doing that as an event through the first week of September. And I have a few spots left and there's 2 options there. And if you want to check those out, just go right over to that link. I will also be adding it to the description of this video. So here we are. We are in September 2020. It's a little hard to believe that we're here already. I was just thinking yesterday how, I will be posting something for Meikiejohn for the autumn equinox soon. And I'm like, did I not just do the spring equinox event that I usually run? Apparently almost 6 months have gone by and it's I think most of us are feeling the time is just speeding up, speeding up, speeding up. And it truly is. There is things going on that the time is speeding up. We are taking in so much new information. We are upgrading, transforming, shifting. So with that, it makes it really important that we take time to ground ourselves, to still ourselves, to create space in your day, even if it's a few times throughout the day, 5-10 minutes, just to be by yourself, preferably to go outside if you can, spend a little time in nature or fresh air, and just have a few moments so that you can be present in where you are within the day, where you are within the month, the year, and taking a little bit of a reflective view on just kind of how everything has been going for you and where you are arriving within the moment. So you probably heard me in my other videos that this year we've also been in a universal year of a number 4. So all year long, all of us on this planet are working with the 4, which is about foundation structures. And we have been gifted, and may not feel like a gift sometimes, with everything with COVID and everything else. We need to look at it as a gift. We've been gifted to try new things, to be more flexible, to be more open to challenges and changes and things that we thought we were doing, we're not going to be doing. We've been asked to look at things in a different way, to set up new structures. So many new things that go into foundations. We've been shooken up quite a bit, actually, right? A lot of us, some more than others, to shake down to what our true foundation is. And this month of September, we have arrived in the month itself as of the 4. And this is the first and only time that we'll be in a 4-month energy in 2020. So we are doubling up on that, on what are our foundations, what are those new routines and structures And of course, with us being in Virgo season, Virgo is an earth sign, and Virgo loves routine and structure and getting things done, keeping things clean and clear and simple. And so that's going to help us all this month with the energy of Virgo. We are feeling a little bit at the start of this month right now to slow down, go within a bit, which sometimes feels a little opposite because we start this month off on a full moon, and sometimes full moon, we can feel like we want to move. There's like so much. And there may be so much coming up that's shaking and moving to get to that foundation. But at the same time, it's taken some energy and wanting us to still ourselves a bit and rest at the beginning of September, just for the first few days, because as the month starts going, the energy is going to start to pick up. And it's going to be a different kind of energy than it has been from August. And August brought us a lot of downloads, ideas, thoughts, energy, movement because of Leo, because of the sun, sun's energy in itself. And so we're just going to be anchoring in to some of the stuff that came through last month and rooting them in this month of September. So some key dates, guys, of course, full moon, September 1st, 2nd, just depending where you live in the world. We have that's full moon. If I said new moon, I meant full moon. Full moon, Pisces full moon. The new moon in Virgo is September 17th. We have autumn equinox, or Meikiejohn, arrive on the 22nd of September. Also, we move in from Virgo to Libra at that time. So there's just some key things. Also, finally, we have had Jupiter and we've had Saturn and Pluto in retrograde for a while now, and we will start to see them go direct. Jupiter and Saturn will go direct this month, along with Pluto will follow going direct at the start of October. So there's going to be some extra movement and happening for this month that will start to feel a bit of that shifting and changing. So let's get started with our reading. I'm going to do the new spread that I've been doing for the September forecasts that I created. So we'll get started with that. We're going to see what Spirit has with some guidance, a little bit of the flow and energetic. We're going to go by an overall theme and message for the month, and then we're going to break it down into the weeks. And then just going to see where we go from that point forward, what Spirit would like us to know. So like I said, this is general reading. I always like to hear from you guys and how it's feeling for you, how it works for you, how it's feeling. Always love those comments and feedback. So I'm going to add a little bit of numerology to this particular reading. I've done this a few times. So we're going to get the cards laid out here first. So we're asking for this guidance for the collective, for those that tune in for this reading. September 2021 guidance. What message do you have for us? Okay. So I'll be explaining a little bit what this is all about, obviously, for you. Oh, we got a double card there. Just gotta remember that we see that there's a bit of a foundation, 4 foundations underneath that one. Just want it to give us a little bit difference, because I need to move this up for you guys, don't I? Okay. Layer with our tarot with it. I see we're going to be moving through some mastery this month, some endings, stepping into some mastery, self-mastery. Queen of Cups up there. Definitely some choices here that are having been made for us from a long journey that we've been on. Lots of movement, victory that's coming up, celebration. Oh, and the Empress, perfect. That's beautiful. Okay. These cards over there. So when we're seeing the 7 diamonds up there, 7, first of all, is representing into the fall energy, which is perfect because that's what we're heading into. We're also moving into like flow of resources and money that are coming in for us for the month, which is always beautiful. And the 7 itself, 7s are very spiritual numbers. And when we come into the 7 diamonds together, is releasing any challenges, things that we might have been having with money in our lives, so that we can start to move into the more positive side of financial abundance in our life. We want to be open to miracles and unexpected gifts, and celebrating, you know, what is coming in, what we have, and just taking a little bit of that reflection time over this month, just about our financial abundance but our belief systems when it comes to abundance, especially if it's connected into the spiritual sense of how we may be receiving, releasing, giving, receiving, a give and take with the finances and abundance in our lives, even spiritual giving gifts and that within our lives and receiving them. It's coupled here with the Queen of Wands, or sorry, the Queen of Cups. And so when we get into the Queens, you know, she is at peace and has mastered her emotions. She's within her bounds of her heart, how she feels. She owns how she feels. She allows herself to have time to feel and express and just be in alignment with her heart, with her emotions. Cups also are representing water, flow, cleansing. With our full moon in Pisces starting off this month, we are working with that watery Pisces energy and the movement and the higher, our higher knowing, our intuition, allowing that to come in. And this goes very well with our Queen of Cups, this overall bouncing within ourselves. So we come in through here, and so this is the overall kind of theme up here, and this is kind of an energetic flow that's happening throughout the month for us in general. So the 10 of Wands, you know, you've been on a journey. Whenever we get the 10s and in the deck, in the tarot, like there's a completion of a part of a journey. And when it comes to the Wands, Wands are about fire and passion, and also about maybe you've been carrying way too many things. And it is time to really look at the things in your life that you've been carrying and holding on to, and what things need to be let go of. What things that you can maybe even put down and you can go back to later on. Maybe you can have support, ask for support, because it's saying there is support here to help you with certain things and carry certain things, that you don't have to do it on your own. But through this journey of you trying to carry and do so many things, there's coming up to an ending. This 9 sitting here, this 9 of Spades, is this higher knowing and wisdom that's saying you've gotten some knowledge through walking through this journey. It's time to end any old ways that you've been holding, doing things that just are not serving you. This month of September, like I said, it is about the new foundation, the new choices, the new routines. What do you desire? What is the healthiest for you to carry, to take with you? What is ready to be let go of? And that you're coming to the completion of carrying things a certain way. Like I said, we had a little card that snuck in here with this one. We had the 4 of Clubs there, and the 4 of Clubs, right, is 4, here we are in 4 month, a 4 year. And the clubs, you know, there's this mastery of within what we want to look at ourselves and our journey. But the 4 in itself is asking us that really be solid and grounded within this ending, within our wisdom. It's asking for a little bit of more support as you, foundational support, as you're completing this old way of carrying things, the old way of doing certain things. And it's also like saying there's stability here if you choose this for yourself, to choose what's healthy, what's best for you. It's going to bring even more strong stability and satisfaction with yourself and life and how you're carrying out things if you can anchor into this wisdom, into this message, and that it will all bring more good fortune. So I feel like when you have the balance of what you need, and you know what you're going to be carrying, what you're going to be letting go of, what you're going to ask people to help you with, when you get into mastering and understand that some things have to change, but that there's a support and stability here, we move into the 7 here, another spiritual number, right? Another 7 here on your chart, the reading here. So the Chariot, and the Chariot is about, first of all, the bounce. We have this black and white horse moving forward, but this action, it's movement, it's going forward, but there needs to be bounce. Like if one freaking horse goes this way and the other one goes this way, not so good, right? So focus, clarity, balance as you go forward, and it's just going to take you and pull you through into what you need. And then we're coming up to another, the Queen of Spades here. Once again, spades, mastery, winter time, our own wisdom. She sits in her knowing. She sits in knowing who she is and what she wants. So as you move forward, there's going to be this anchoring in of your wisdom and truth. It's just going to keep building, and you're going to feel more confident, more stable, and you're going to feel very victorious. This is a celebration, victory, when we master and run through this. So this month, it's seeming that what they're saying here, Spirit is saying, is, you know, you need to end, you have to recess some things, slow down, reassess what you need, what you don't. And as you do, you're going to have movement, forward, bounce. You're going to come into more self-mastery of yourself, and you're going to be feeling the lightness and the celebration. And even the with this being wands, the fire, the passion that's coming through in your life, and where you're going forward with things. And then the bottom cards here, with the 8 of club, we have communication, success here, success within business. There's just seeing a lot of theme here about career and business and choices that way. And we have the Empress. Once again, she's her queen in itself, and she's balanced and she's whole and she knows where she's going. She's balanced. We have the moon here and the earth, right? We have the element of water on her backside with the moon, earth, and then this very beautiful yellow fiery kind of energy. There's almost like 4 elements here are very balanced within her. And so there's a success that's going to come about, and with it for you, it's going to feel like a lot of balance and harmony overall in your life and within. I think by the end of this month, as we move through this, Spirit saying, you walk this path, take your time, slow down, reassess, look at what's best for you, what has to be let go of, what's going with you on the next journey, what's the new foundation, what may have to be planted, what kind of work and energy, but it's going to start building as the month goes. Energy's going to start moving, and you're going to be more and more in your mastery, more and more solid in yourself, in your life. And like I said, there's a lot, this message in general right here is a lot about self, emotions, anchoring, and there is definitely a theme here it's going with when it comes to your career or success and moving forward, especially as we started up here with the 7 of Diamonds. So let's get a little bit of some cards here to give us guidance through the week, or through the month, week by week, over the 4 weeks. Let's see what cards here I'm going to pull. This for overall guidance per week through the 4 weeks of September. Support and guidance. So week 1, we have the Three of Swords. Not too surprising because I think, you know, this with the full moon starting this month off and being very emotional in Pisces, there may be stuff that's coming up that's feeling a little revisiting old hurts and pains that we are having to possibly run through our system so that we can heal them and release them. Things may be illuminating for strongly at the start of this month with this full moon. But I feel like this is, you know, we have to take a little time to maybe look at some of these things so that we can reap the reward of the rest of this month. So week 2, we have the Empress. Look at that, guys. We got Empress twice. So Empress there, and then there she is again. Okay. So really, you know, she's this beautiful card here. I mean, she's got a basket of a bouquet of things, but just so many butterflies that are around here. It's like transformation in this card. And the butterflies are up and around, celebration of the sun and the beauty and the knowing. And of course, this is all about transformation, but beauty and transformation is coming here. So I think the second week, we're going to start to feel the light and the blessings. And I even think, you know, we're going to feel a little bit of that living abundance and harvest that comes in that we start to feel in September at this time of year. So the third week, we have Judgment, the Judgment card there. So there she is. She's got a lot of butterflies on both of these cards here, this one, this. So still a lot of transformation here. And there's this, you know, when we get the Judgment here, sometimes we can just write off things. Is there something we've been judging? Have we been judged? Are we judging others? And that there's a victory. I feel like there's a victory within something. Either what you have been judged on something or that you've been judging others, but there's a victory, a movement, a lightness, a clarity, a truth, a transformation is coming to light in the third week. I don't know if you can see all that. Even this, yeah, there's like, it almost feels like you're going to have support and guidance to help uplift something that might be have been holding you back. And I feel like this Judgment is more around maybe some beliefs that have been maybe possibly holding you back, beliefs that have been around you, that's ready to be uplifted and transformed and cleared. And then in the final week, we have the Hierophant. Oh, I love this. The Hierophant's actually my card in numerology. Love the Hierophant. The Hierophant, we got 5 here with it. It's traditions, spiritual lessons, I always say sacred wisdoms. It's bringing in the knowledge, walking a path and a journey, and bringing in that knowledge and wisdom of that journey into higher knowledge, higher knowing, higher truth. It's something that comes weaving through you as you walk. And I feel as though this Hierophant is kind of like the final card here of the last week, because as you journey through your month, you come into this place of knowing your own sacred truth and wisdom, being anchored, very grounded, very rooted, and also very connected to divine. It's like that yin and yang above and below. And this is also the card of Taurus too, for any of those of you that are Tauruses, might be an extra message, or a Taurus that's really close to you in your life. It's like you're going to anchor into the bounce the other things are not going to be able to shake you. Your foundation is going to be more solid by the end of this month because you've gone through a journey. You've taken the time to process, work, reflect, heal, and to still yourself and come into your own mastery and truth and the things that need to be ended this month so that you can come into all this beauty, this transformation that's coming in. Perfect. Love this. So yeah, so overall, like I said, it starts out over here with our first week. You know, it might be a little bumpy, but we sometimes with the full moon and a very watery full moon, it can be a little crazy at times emotionally. But we do have to, we're going to put a new foundation in. We have to let things go. We have to heal and have to get ready to start moving forward because there's definitely going to be movement happening this month too. So to get some final guidance for everybody, for the collective. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and that one really wanted to come out, so let's do that. So a personal issue reaches resolution. Perfect. Because I feel like with this over here, you know, there's something that might be in the 3rd week just needing some resolution here for yourself so that you can step forward into this mastery of your life. So a personal issue reaches resolution. And of course, if you're going to be ending or letting go, there's going to be resolution within a few areas of your life. It is what it is. It is what it is. Spirit, what do you want us to know with that? It is what it is. I feel like this is a surrendering that's being asked here of us. A letting go. What is important to us? What isn't? What is ours and what is not ours is what I'm hearing. I'm releasing. It is what it is. And maybe I'm just going to put a little tarot on here. Another 4 and the 4 of Wands. So there's that, once again, foundations. I'm just putting this with this card. So it is what it is. Celebrations, passions, anchoring in. If you find, I'm hearing, if you find something within your foundation that you're trying to shift and change, don't, I'm actually hearing, don't look too closely. I mean that as in what they're saying is, don't get yourself caught up in something that you're focusing too much on one little area as you're moving through something this month. If you're getting tripped up as you try to lay some new foundations and moving forward, don't look too closely that you end up causing yourself a problem. All right, allow things to be what they are. And then actually, if you do that, all this celebration, all this beauty is there for you to enjoy. And this might still, something might be tripping you up a little bit in that 3rd week, and I think it might be over here. So just don't, if you're finding you're getting stuck or you're in your brain even too much, anchor down into the earth, anchor down into what fills you up and brings you passion, because these are the wands, right? Remember to put passion into your foundation. That's what I'm hearing. Put passion into your foundation. Okay, let's see what else we got. I'm using some new cards this week. And this deck is great, but it's so slippery. It's, this is the new Spellcasting Oracle card deck here. Last card for us. Home. Home just makes you feel like foundations, right? Settling into yourself. What are you wanting to build? What are you wanting to dream? Step into some dream time. Build your foundation from what fills you up, what feels like home, what nurtures you, what feels like shelter and safety and beauty. Right? Remember to bring that in as you're moving through this month of September. Bring in your dreams, bring in beauty, bring in what you've been calling forth. And if you're not so clear with that, time to get clear, guys. Time to spend some time really thinking about what it truly is that you are desiring, because you're building. It's so powerful, the manifesting right now, like the taking the time and being very clear of what it is you're calling in, what you want to be built in your new foundations. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that gives you some guidance for September 2020. I also just want to say, so moving through the energetics, starting off, you've heard me say it a few times, full moon here, Pisces. And then over here on the third week, on the 17th, this is when we'll be starting into the new moon, or Virgo. We will also see the shift of the change of the season. So we'll go into our autumn in the northern hemisphere. And those of you that watch this from the southern, also you're shifting and going into your springtime. But there's a shifting turn of the wheel. And so the energy is going to move and change over. And then, our last week, we're moving also into the Libra. We're moving away from our Virgo, our earthy Virgo. We're moving into Libra. And so this last week's going to hold a new energetic of Libra. And Libra is about balance, about truth. It's an air sign, logic. So things in the mind will be a lot more moving clearer. And the fact that, like I said, we're going to have some planets that have been retrograde for a little while start to go direct. So thank goodness. And we're going to feel that shift even as they move direct. Once again, I just want to say, as you end this month, I didn't say this part, as you end this month, we are once again going to start October with a full moon. So be prepared that as we end this, we're going to have that highlighted full moon right on October 1st. And what's coming in October not only is a full moon at the beginning, but we have the full moon on Halloween, on Samhain, on the 31st. We get a blue moon. So 2 full moons coming next month. So enjoy this one, because we're going to have some other awesome stuff come in for us for next month, and a lot of change. Remember this, we're in a 4, we're moving to a 5. Really take the time this month, guys, because next month there's going to be other things come up to really help us start working this stuff for ourselves. So anyhow, once again, thank you so much for tuning in, dropping into this channel. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. And until next time.